Grab a coffee and settle in, because today we're going deep into Facebook Marketplace to find real classic cars you can still buy right now. We've got rusty barn finds, serious drag strip machines, forgotten 50s cruisers, and a couple of project cars that are hiding way more than their listings let on. Some of these run and drive, some of them don't even have an engine, and at least one of them is not the car the seller titled it as. Let's dig in. Number 10. We start in Bethpage, Tennessee, with a 1950 Pontiac Silver Streak listed at $3,800. This old green 4-door has around 100,000 miles on it, an automatic transmission, and a gray interior. The seller keeps it short and sweet, saying it starts, runs, drives, and stops good. It's got that classic post-war Pontiac look with the chrome nose and plenty of honest patina and surface rust in the pictures. It's a simple, affordable entry into 50s American iron, but number 9 cranks up the horsepower in a big way. Number 9. Over in Savannah, Tennessee, there's a 1954 Ford Custom Line listed at $4,500. This one shows 55,555 miles. An automatic transmission, a black exterior over a blue interior, and importantly, a clean title. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The seller says this 4-door runs and drives, but it isn't packing its original power. It's got a 350 Chevy motor backed by a turbo 400 transmission. According to the listing, it needs some odd little things to be a good cruiser, but you can get in and drive it right now, and it comes with new rims and tires. A sinister black custom. But the next find takes us way back into pre-war territory. Number 8. In Porter, Texas, we've got a 1941 Ford Custom Deluxe listed at $7,500. This bright green pre-war Ford shows just over 11,000 miles on the odometer. A manual transmission, and the seller says the vehicle is paid off. The description is refreshingly honest. The seller admits they don't know a whole lot about it, says it did run and drive but has been sitting a few years, and figures it won't take much to get it going again. They mention they're trying to help their grandfather sell it and will only negotiate in person. A genuine old-school project with tons of character. But number 7 is a true survivor with a serious power plant. Number 7. Heading up to Minneapolis, Minnesota, there's a 1964 Oldsmobile 98, listed at $3,800. It shows 118,804 miles. An automatic transmission, a beige exterior with a brown interior, a clean title, and it's listed in fair condition. Under that long hood is a 394 rocket high output J-block. The seller is upfront that this is a project car and is not currently running. According to the listing, the block has been cleaned and magnafluxed, but will need machining and a rebuild, and the heads have already been rebuilt and are ready to go. A big rare rocket, but the next listing might have the most misleading title on the entire lot. Number 6. Now, pay close attention to this one. In Humphrey, Nebraska, there's a listing titled 1968 Dodge Charger Sedan, priced at $3,000, but the seller sets the record straight immediately. They say, no, it's not a Charger. It's actually a 1968 Dodge Coronet 500. It has no engine and no transmission, so it doesn't run or drive, but the seller has done real work here. They mention a new $400 headliner, a front end that's completely rebuilt with the sway bar option and a disc brake conversion, and an 8 3/4 rear end. It was originally a 318 car. Don't let that odometer reading fool you either. A rough but promising Mopar project. But number 5 is a real-deal muscle car icon. Number 5. Down in Robertsville, Missouri, we've got a 1967 Dodge Coronet RT, listed at $5,700. This white hardtop with a black interior is described as a real Coronet R. That was originally a 440 car with automatic bucket seats and a factory console. The seller is clear that it currently has no engine or transmission, though they say they may have some available for extra cost. It comes with a clear Missouri title. One heads up straight from the listing. The wheels in the photos don't go with the car, so it'll come as a roller. A legitimate RT is a serious foundation. But the next find has some of the wildest 50s styling out there. Number 4. In Conrad, Iowa, there's a 1959 Dodge Coronet 2-door club sedan listed at $6,000. This red beauty with a black interior shows just under 100,000 miles. an automatic transmission, more than 3 owners, a clean title, and the seller says it's paid off. The seller calls it a great candidate to restore with an overall solid, straight body. According to the listing, it was an Oklahoma car for most of its life, and has been kept under roof in Iowa for the past few years. With those big tail fins and that jet-age chrome, this is peak 1950s American design. But number 3 brings us to a rare and practical classic hauler. Number 3. Over in Tulsa, Oklahoma, we find a 1969 Ford Ranchero listed at $4,500. This yellow truck shows 69,000 miles, an automatic transmission, a black interior, and the seller says it's paid off. They explain they bought it several years ago intending to restore it, but with too many projects on their plate, it's time to let it go. The seller describes it as a very original, unmolested car and a great candidate for restoration. From the listing, it has a factory 250 cubic inch inline 6-cylinder and factory air conditioning. A cool and practical classic. But the next one is a full-blown muscle car legend hiding under some rust. Number 2. In Mammoth Spring, Arkansas, there's a 1966 Chevrolet Impala listed at $3,200. This white sedan shows around 150,000 miles with an automatic transmission, and the spec sheet in the description is a good one. The seller says it's a 327 V8, with factory air conditioning, power steering, and power brakes. They're honest that it needs a total restoration. And importantly, it has a title. Sitting there in the grass on a board with plenty of patina, this Impala has that unmistakable mid-60s Chevy shape worth saving. A true classic. But our final listing is a completely different animal. Number 1. We wrap things up in Clay Center, Kansas, with a 1986 Ford Mustang GT hatchback listed at $6,500. This blue fox body with the flame graphics shows 3,456 miles, and the seller says it's paid off. But this is no ordinary Mustang. The seller describes it as an 86 Fox Body 4i roller set up for a small block Chevy. The list of parts is serious. A tubular K member, lower control arms, adjustable strange coil, overs up front, step-down headers, a new drive shaft, motor mounts, cross member, an aluminum radiator, plus a fuel cell, new pump, and line fittings, and Moser Street axles with a 9-inch rear end. The seller says the car has been in the low 9s with a small block Ford power plant. A genuine drag machine to close it out. And that's our final find. From pre-war Fords and finned 50s cruisers to real-deal Mopar muscle and a 9-second Fox body, these marketplace listings prove there are still project cars out there for every kind of builder. The real question is, which one of these would you load up on a trailer and bring home?